Hello! How are you guys doing today? I missed you so much. Today I have a very special guest. Her name is Demira, and I talked about her in my previous video, and her beautiful mom, Desiree. She's going to be talking about her journey, her story, who she is. We're going to enjoy a deshelled seafood boil. We have some lemon butter sauce. It's kind of like a tangy sauce. Demira cannot have too much spicy food right now, so we're just going to enjoy our butter sauce. We have the cucumbers. Demira is drinking some ginger ale. I have some water, and her mom has some water as well. So we're going to just dig in. Are you ready to eat? Let's get started so we can just grab our shrimp and our food and just dig in.
That's your own?
Yes.
This is the same as this?
Yeah. Oh, and you guys, my hair. I cut my hair. I cut my hair for her. Yeah, your sauce is right here. Yes, I'm enjoying my hair. I'm enjoying my new bald look.
I love it too. Mine's growing back.
I like it.
I'm gonna get a cut again.
I actually really like it.
Thank you. All right.
And Demira, she loves shrimp, so I made sure I put enough shrimp in there for her. And I have some napkins here if you guys need any.
Yes, please.
Excuse me.
You alright?
Is it good?
You like the sauce?
You like it? We got all the king crab is down there. Mmm.
Oh, this what this is?
Mm-hmm. That's king crab.
You want to taste the crab? When you get done your
Have you ever had king crab?
Yes, but not your king crabs.
Ooh, it's so big. Look how
my
big that is. You see that? It's huge.
It's a crab.
It's so big. How is it? Is it okay?
You're gonna like the crab, Mir. The king crab is awesome. Oh my goodness. Oh, look, Mir. Mommy's king crab.
So can we talk a little bit about Demira, who she is, how old she is? You can talk, you can eat and everything too if you need to.
I'm gonna taste it. Okay.
How is it?
Well done.
Good? I just want to move the camera over just a little bit because we can't see you.
Oh, wow. So Demira is my vibrant little 8-year-old.
Aww.
She is a cheerleader. She likes to run. She likes to stay active. She likes to talk. We can't tell that right now, but normally she does like to talk. Well, she's got her mouth full right now, so so she's a pretty happy little girl.
And I'm so happy. So you guys, this all came together because Demira's roommate messaged me on Instagram, and she was saying, oh my goodness, my roommate just loves you so much. She's in a children's hospital and she just loves watching your videos. It makes I'm walking into my room and she's just giggling from watching your videos, and I just was like, oh my goodness, that is so amazing. And you just never know, you know, doing this type of stuff, you never know who you are affecting, who's watching your videos, who likes you. So it just has been such a humbling and amazing experience for me to even be able to share this time with her. She's so beautiful, and just I'm just so excited. I can't wait for you to open up your gifts and stuff. But it's just amazing.
You want to subscribe?
You did good.
Put that right there. Just the crab. I'll do a little piece first. This is probably a little bit softer for you. Might get that down faster. Like that.
So she recently, she just recently got out of the hospital.
Yes, we got out last Wednesday.
Yes, and we've been in communication for about a month now.
Yeah.
And I've just been so excited and nervous, and I just, oh my goodness, it's just nerve-wracking. It really is.
Yeah.
I'm just so proud of her.
Yeah. She has been in the hospital since July 25th, 2020.
Okay.
She had been, prior to that, she had been sick off and on, like about 3.5 months prior to, we were going back and forth to the doctors. She first started off with just throwing up, and it was just like clear, like acidy or whatever.
Okay.
And so when I finally took her to the doctor said, oh yeah, she has acid reflux, and you know, we'll give her the acid reflux, let her do it for a month. If it clears up, she's fine, don't worry about it. So we went home with that, and she said to do it for like a month. So I did it for like a month and a half, because you know, you first started medicine, he was like, let me just get a little bit more time. But I didn't feel like, deep down inside, I didn't feel like it was helping. It wasn't getting worse, but it wasn't getting better.
Okay.
So I did finally took her off of the medicine about a month and a half, and she did good for a week. No throwing up, no nothing. All of a sudden, she started back throwing up again. Her appetite was just deteriorating. You could just see she just wasn't herself.
Right.
Go back to the doctor again, and then they gave her another med because she was having nausea too. So we started her on that. Then after that, I was just like, going back to the doctor. I was like, she's not getting any better. I was like, I need to take her, or whatever. So July 14th, we got her doctor's appointment, and I went back and I went to the doctor, and she was having other stuff like get dizziness, and she would be dizzy, you know, like first it was just in the morning, but then we would be walking, and I'd be like, Demira, are you dizzy? But I was like, okay. You could just see how her gait was so off or whatever. So by the time we went to the doctor, I had all the information, and she started getting headaches, and the headaches were like really debilitating. Like she was like, Mom, I just want to go home and lay down and go to sleep. I was like, are you sure? She was like, yeah, I just want to go home and lay down. I don't want to go anywhere. So we did that. I was telling the doctor all that. I said, do you think she has vertigo? Because I know I had it before.
Okay.
And she was presenting as that as well. So, you know, me and the doctor were sitting there talking, going back and forth, and, you know, I was giving her suggestions. She was giving me suggestions, and she was like, well, and then what I thought it was her stomach too, the gastroenteritis, is just getting worse or whatever. And she basically was like, the pediatrician was like, you know, at my level, only thing we can do is give her something stronger, but I wasn't feeling that I wanted to give her anything stronger, so I found out. So I had already previously got her a gastro appointment, which was going to be that Monday. After that appointment, because we were there, I think on maybe a Thursday or Friday or something like that. And so we were sitting there talking, and then she was like, well, Mom, just because she's having headaches, we're going to send her for an MRI. And I'm like, okay. I said, and with me in my profession, I deal with insurance companies, stuff like that. Usually for MRI, they don't just go ahead and prove an MRI. Right. And I was like, do you think that? I said, what about just doing a CAT scan first? She was like, well, it's better pictures, and you know. I said, well, you know, they usually don't pay for a CAT scan, you know, off the bat. And she was like, I'll take care of it. Don't worry about it. I said, God must be already in the works at that point. Right. So we had lo and behold, long story short, the MRI got approved within the week, and we had got an appointment. So we go for the appointment, normal day. It was a Saturday. We got up and got dressed, and she wasn't really feeling that great that day. When we got there, she was like, Mom, I got a headache. I said, you got a headache today? And she was like, I said, oh shoot, I said, I forgot to bring the Tylenol. And I was like, I asked the tech, and I was like, do you guys have any Tylenol here? He was like, no, we don't have any. He said, what's wrong? She said she has a headache. He's like, no, but you know, we're just assuming it's not going to be long, but right. You know, I said, well, when we go home, we'll get something to eat and get you something medicine. We get in there, and I was feeling okay, and so we were there for she got in the machine and everything, and we were there for like she was in the machine for like maybe a half an hour or so, and sorry. And they came out, and they were like, we need to do some pictures with contrast. I was like, well, why? What's wrong? First I'm like, what's wrong? And he was like, oh no, the doctor just wants to get some better pictures or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay. I said, I don't know how much longer she's gonna sit because she's getting a little antsy or whatever. Because she did good for the first, like half an hour. And so he went back in. He was like, we're gonna take a couple more pictures and we'll give her the medicine for the contrast. I was like, okay. So he went back there for another couple of minutes and then he came back out. He was like, we need to take you into this room. I was like,
Wait, what was that doctor?
That wasn't the doctor, that was the tech that we had at AI. Remember we had the tech at AI and we had to go in that room and they talked to us. And so at all this time they were talking to me and I was like starting to feel uneasy, of course. Like, when you go into that room, you're in an emergency room or something, it's like, that's not always good. But I just wasn't expecting that. Right. So we finally went into the other room and he was like, well, and the tech, he was so sweet and he was very compassionate and I appreciated that. He was like, well, he said, they're going to call you, the doctor's going to call you on your phone. I was like, then I started getting nervous the way he was like, I was like, I don't have any service in this hospital. Like, I don't know what do you mean? I said, what do you mean? I was like, so I was like, am I not going home? He was like, that somebody's going to call you.
Right.
And he said, well, I'll have the doctor call you. Just come into this room and just, they're going to call you. And I was like, all right. He's like, do you want me to stay here with you? I was like, I don't know. I mean, I guess. So, lo and behold or whatever. Everybody, it was just like a whirlwind because it was like nobody wanted to tell me. And it's like, I just felt so bad. I was like,
after hard to tell somebody.
I know it is.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm just like, okay, somebody needs to say something.
Yes.
And so when I got on the phone with the doctor, she was like, well, she was like dragging it along. She was like, we're trying to get a hold of your pediatrician and nobody's answering, but and she was like humming, hemming and hawing him. And I was like, well, we're going to send you to the ER. I said, for what? So, but in the process of her talking to me, her phone rang. She said, oh, this is the pediatrician now. And she heard it was the pediatrician on the phone. And so the pediatrician, yeah, you're going to go to the emergency room. For what? This is why
they're not saying anything.
No, nothing. And she was like, so the pediatrician was like, you didn't tell her? I was like, oh, well, I'm sorry. So basically, they got the pediatrician to tell me that at the time that she had a mass on her brain, on the back of her brain. Wow. And we needed to go to the emergency room and she was going to be admitted to the PICU. And I was just like, so my child being my child, and I'm just, when I say this, I'm so glad that I have my child in a position and I put her in church and she knows her God and she knows about God. I know, it's all right, I'm sorry. But, me being upset, and the first thing when I heard the news, I was just like, and I started crying, and my child, her, comes over to me and says, Mommy, it's going to be all right. And at that point, that's when I was able to get myself together and say, okay, God, all right. And she's just been my backbone and, me being strong for her, and I just, at that point, that was the point where I knew that it was going to be all right. It was going to be a process. It's a journey. But it's so funny because when I really got to sit down after we got in the room and I just got myself together, and I just, for the longest time, and at that time, they never even told me it was cancer, it was a mass, and I was like, they had to remove it, and I was like, when we got up to the floor, and I was like, well, can't you just try to shrink it or whatever? And they were like, no, it has to come out. And at that point, nobody ever told me that it was cancer. So, all these people, they were trying to get the surgery set up and, and this and that. And, and people were just coming at me. And I'm just like looking at it. It just wasn't for a long time. It just wasn't real. So, they said, we're going to have this person, that person. And when they sent the oncology doctor, me being medical, I was like, oncology, that's cancer. So, this is like the day, we had been in the hospital probably a week or a week and a half. And so I finally, it was like all these people in the hallway talking to me. And they was like, this is Dr. such and such, and this is Dr. such and such. They're from oncology. So I'm looking at them. So I had to walk away and be like, so I go over to the surgeon because we already had the surgery scheduled. And I was like, are you trying to say my child has cancer? And he put his head down. He was like, yes. I was like,
Wow.
okay.
You were so strong.
I just looked at him and I was just like, oh.
Like, what do you say? Like, that's a scary word.
Yeah, like, my child. Like,
yes.
Like, you know, I just had the thing, like, you know, you feel like when you get a certain past a certain stage with your child, you're like, you're fine.
Good.
You're good. Like, you know, and it was like, oh. So you know, I'm not sure if her dad was there at that time or whatever. I don't know if I called him. I just don't even remember. And I was just like, oh. I think he was at work and I think I called. I don't know. I'm not even sure.
He was at home.
He was at home? Okay. And I had called him. I'm like, you know this doctor, they just told me. And he was just like, what? And so after that point, I called my pastor and I was talking to him and he was talking to me. And, you know, of course, with the COVID, like, you know, your family can't be there. Your support systems can't be there. So everything is through the phone. And I was just like, you know, the surgery schedule, I said, I have to have him come and pray with her. And, you know, it was just, you know, it was just a lot of things going on. And as I said before, going back, I was like, after I sat down and thought about a lot of things, I was just like, you know, it's a lot of things in my life that I needed to change and improve. And I just felt like, you know, God, you know, he was there before.
Yes.
He was already there before this diagnosis happened. He was preparing me. It was a lot of things that in my life was just all of a sudden changing. And it was changing for the positive.
Right.
And I was just like, he was preparing me. And I just
This whole time.
Wow. Months back, even like for a scripture, it was a scripture that I had read one night. It was like a couple days before we had went to the MRI. And it was brought to me. And then I was just like, so I was reading and I was like, I understood it, but I was like, I didn't understand why the scripture was brought to me. You know, and my spirit woke me. I woke up like one morning. It was like 3:30 and 3 o'clock in the morning. That's when God always wakes me up and starts to talk to me. And he brought that scripture to me, and I read it, and I was just like, okay. And I just started praying for people and things, and I just was praying and praying and praying. Then I went back to bed, and we got out for work the next day. Of course, she was still, you know, sick or whatever, like with the nerve, you know, throwing up and stuff like that. And she was just like, Mommy, I'm just tired of throwing up. I was like, I know, baby. I said, when we go to this doctor, she's gonna, you know, we're gonna get it fixed or we're gonna get it handled. But that was like, you know, a week or two prior to us going for the MRI, I mean, to the doctors and stuff like that. And then as I was sitting in the hospital with her, and the scripture came back to me, and I just started thinking, I was like, oh wow, like, you've been preparing me all this time. You was already there. You were already there. Like, and I just kept praying that, you know, please don't take your hands off my child.
Never.
It's been a journey. It's been a whirlwind. Everybody, I tell the story to her, like the nurses that I had, and they look at the chart, and it was like, you just now found out? I was like, yeah. She was like, so they're just like looking at me.
Right. Because you're not falling apart and just a mess.
And I was like, it ain't nothing but my God.
Wow.
It's nothing but, I tell anybody, I said, you know, we always talk about we have faith and we believe in God, but until it's time, do you turn your back or do you keep the faith? And I thought about it. I was like, you're testing me.
Yes.
It's okay.
Yes.
I'm not going to turn my back on you. I'm going to keep on praising him through the good, bad, and the ugly. And he has kept me. I have not had to worry about anything. I mean, the prayers and the people that have been coming up to me, and you know, people that don't normally talk, like, you know, I'm praying for you. They're just, it's just the overwhelming of love. Like, she's touched so many from the time we were at AI and going to CHOP. They didn't even want us to leave. They didn't want us to leave AI. They didn't want us to leave CHOP. They was like, we don't want her to go down to the clerks. I think that's like, you know, it was just like, she just put her stamp on all of them. Like, they just love her.
She's so beautiful.
She is. She just lets her light shine wherever she goes, and it's just, this experience has been so humbling. I had to grow up in a lot of areas of my life, and I thank God.
Absolutely.
I thank God.
And I thank God for you all. I'm so happy that I was able to meet you and your beautiful mommy, and you're so strong and you inspire me, because there's been times in my life where, you know, we just take everything for granted. Yes. You know what I mean? And it's just like, if I can have a little girl who watches my channel, she finds joy out of watching my channel, why can't I be happy? Why can't I, you know, live each day like it's my last and be thankful and grateful? We have to be thankful for what God has given us. Yes, life can get hard and tough and tribulations come in our life, but we got to keep on pushing. And you inspire me, and I can't wait for you to open up your gifts. So on to a lighter note, let's talk about you, your favorite color, what you want to do when you grow up. Can you tell us some of those things?
I like purple.
Mm-hmm.
And
What do you want to be when you grow up?
a nurse.
You want to be a nurse? Why do you want to be a nurse? You like taking care of people? I think you would make a great nurse. I think you would be awesome at that.
Poking and probating did to her.
Oh my goodness.
If she didn't get put to sleep, I don't know how many times. I was like, I didn't know you could put people to sleep that many times.
I like going to sleep.
You like going to sleep?
She like going to sleep. So when we were in CHOP, she had radiation 5 days a week for 6 weeks. And
But that taste.
it don't taste good.
No.
She got a bad taste in her mouth. But you know, even with that, you know, it's a lot of side effects. And she only had a couple. Like, it was the bad taste and the hot flashes.
Okay.
I couldn't ask for anything else. Like, she got tired, you know, sometimes, but all in all, she did great. She did like a champ.
I'll get hot flashes.
And your mom told me that you love unicorns, so I turned myself into a unicorn today for you. I'm just so excited that you're here with me and we're spending time together. And I've been praying for you since the first time I met you and talked to you and your mom. I've been praying for you that God will continue to heal your body, and just so that you can continue to be strong. I'm so glad you're home. I couldn't wait for you to get home. I would check on you with your mom and say, how's she doing? And we was trying to keep this a secret from you because we knew that we were going to do this, but you didn't know. And we just want you to be happy.
Yeah, so probably about in a couple more weeks, she'll have to start her chemo. Go see the oncologist on Friday and probably find out when their plan is. And I'm assuming like 2 weeks, because we said chemo has to start 4 weeks after radiation. So
we just want to keep praying for you, honey. You are a unicorn. You hear me? You are a unicorn. Do you know what a unicorn means? A unicorn means that you're magical, you're powerful, you're strong, you can do anything. And guess what I believe in? I like mermaids. I believe in mermaids. I love mermaids.
I feel like mermaids.
And you love unicorns. But I'm just so proud of you, and thank you so much for spending time with me today. Was this a good surprise? You sure?
Yes, she was.
How's the food? Is the seafood okay? Good. I'm so glad. Because she just recently started chewing, you guys. So she's able to chew now. She just has to take her time and chew. But she loves shrimp, so I made sure I gave you enough shrimp. And you're going to take all this home with you so you can have some tomorrow if you want.
Awesome, awesome. You like that, don't you? Because you know you go into some stuff.
This is all yours to have. So did you make a lot of friends? Kinda?
Addie was like her main one that she had.
Addie's so sweet.
Yes, her mother are adorable.
So sweet. Shout out to Addie because I know Addie's watching right now.
Addie!
Hey, girl.
Addie and Miss Rachel, we love you.
Addie is so sweet. Oh my goodness. She's like, today she's gonna come see you today. I was like, I know. I'm so excited.
Yeah, we were each other's support in the hospital. Me and her mother. Yeah, and we just rooted each other on.
Absolutely.
And it was just, you know.
I'm sure that makes such a difference.
It does. It does. It does. That's why I said, like, you know, you just never know who you're gonna run into, who God's gonna put in your life, and for what reason. Because it's so funny. A funny story about that was, you know, when I first got to shop, I had a private room. So when I had to go to the rehab unit. They had to tell me that I had to have a roommate because they don't have single private rooms over there. So of course I'm huffing and puffing and sad and mad. And I was just like, okay, God. I said, let me get myself together. I said, I told you that wherever you send me, I'll just go. And then we were there. When we first got there, our first roommate, they didn't really talk or whatever, and they had actually ended up leaving like the next day. And then I was like, okay, good. You know, we got private room for a little bit. And then maybe like 1 or 2 days later, Addie, her mom came. Oh,
and you guys just clicked and bonded and just support system.
Yeah.
Aww. I'm so happy.
We were so sad.
It makes such a difference, I'm sure.
It does.
Wow. I'm here. Call me anytime. Anytime your mom got my number.
You're gonna be fine.
Call me anytime. The stronger you get, the more healthy you get. We can hang out, do fun stuff outside. Hopefully when the COVID and everything goes away. But girl, call me anytime. Because you had no problem hitting up Addie and telling her to message me.
No, actually Addie did on her own. She was like, Demira, guess who I found? And we were like, who? She was like, I found Cutie Kim. And so she's like, you want me to send her a message? So Demira's like, yeah. I was like, do you think she's gonna call you back?
Yes.
And she was like, yeah. I was like, really? Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm telling you, it's like, go ahead.
You didn't say call, you said it.
Yeah, I said, do you think she's gonna text back? Yeah.
And I'm so glad I did. So I'm gonna tell you guys a story. I have been praying and asking God to, you know, I really want to go into the hospital. I really want to see, you know, children and people who, you know, just need a light. You know what I mean? We all going through things, but I wanted to do more. I wanted to put myself out there more. And after I said that prayer, a week later, Addie, which was her roommate, sent me this message. And I was just like, wow, God really answers prayers. And it's just been incredible. We just have to remember all the great things that we have with our life and be thankful, you know? So I'm grateful. Very, very grateful. Did you enjoy the shrimp? Are you ready to open up your gifts now? We can take this home if you want to. You want to open up your gifts now? Okay, let's open up our gifts. Here. Your mom told me that you love unicorns. So let me back you up some.
Yeah. Ooh. Let's put it on the floor.
Do you like that? This is for you, Mom.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. And I got some faces to put it in. Oh, this is cute. Look.
Yeah. And this is the matching pillow that goes with it. Oh. And it's comfortable too. I was like, I need one for myself.
I know, that's what I said. That can go right on your new bed,
Yes. And that's a journal. This is a journal for you. I want you to write all your goals and all your dreams down in this, okay? Write everything down. Write the vision. Make it plain, okay? That's what the Bible says.
Yes.
Now we're gonna get to the good stuff.
Oh, this is good too. Use the muscles, girl.
Yes.
Use both of them hands.
What is it?
What?
It is? Can you see it?
You see it? It's your activity one.
You like it? You gotta hold it up so you can see it. What is it?
Activity one.
Oh, you like it?
Yes, nice.
Yes.
That is awesome.
Take that for you. It's a little heavy.
You do all the wrapping yourself?
Mm-hmm.
You can use that hand too. Oh, you use that hand.
Good.
I don't know. Open it.
What is it?
There
You
we
gotta
go.
open it.
See?
You trying to say what it is before you even see it?
You want it? I think
Gotta be saying you think.
You don't know. You gotta open it.
Good job. These are amazing.
You like those? You gotta show them what you got. Open
Hey, just
it.
take the sneaker out.
Whoa! Do you like? Do you like those? You gotta take it out and show them. I think those light up too.
She loves light up.
Oh, look at that.
You done figured out how to light them up already.
Alright.
I know.
Those are cute.
Yes.
I like those.
Yes, mommy got borrowed these. And mommy borrowed these.
They light up.
No.
She said no. It's so cute.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't even know how to light up. Oh, wow.
She figured it out.
Excuse me.
my
Right.
dad did it before.
Oh, did he? Okay.
These are so cute. Let's put these up there. Girl, you popping, girl.
I know. Shoot.
Okay, here's this one for you.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
Oh, sorry. Another unicorn. Unicorns are taking over.
Yes.
Oops, sorry. Who's that? That's this.
I thought this was so cute.
It is.
I was like, I want one. They never have my name. They never have Q in anything.
I know. You need to start it. That means you haven't started.
I think so.
Right here. You want to open it? Woo.
Dad.
Yes, those glow in the dark as well.
The
There's
socks?
a unicorn. They glow in the dark too. You got some unicorn bath stuff. You got bath salts, soaps, and cool little things if you want to take a bath. So cute.
I have to do that tonight, huh?
Yes.
And then do our face mask later.
Yes. And some unicorn.
gloss.
Yes,
Yes,
unicorn lip gloss and
chapstick,
chapstick. Some unicorn stickers. Oh. And your mom said you like hoodies and stuff like that, so I got you that. This is a cute hoodie.
Oh gosh, look at that.
You're gonna be nice and warm.
Yes, because she don't like coats. So.
And here's another pink one.
Oh, that is nice. Oh my gosh, cute. Oh my goodness.
And these are some cute little leggings. You like these?
Yeah, she loves
These go with your shoes too.
Mm-hmm.
And your mom told me you like nail polish, some unicorn nail polish for your toes and your feet.
Mm-hmm.
You like that?
Auntie Reese, she's calling you.
And more polish, unicorn polish. I went unicorn crazy because you told me that you like unicorn. So
Yes, everybody does.
Yes. And here is another pair of tights here.
When you start therapy back, she got her workout gear.
Yes. And then on the side of your unicorn bag, it says, I am a magical unicorn, rare and amazing. I am powerful beyond measure. Doubt me if you want to, but just let you know, I will do my thing. Okay?
Okay.
You like your book bag? Oh, let's show them your book bag. I don't think they got to see it.
Yes.
It has her D in the front of it with the unicorn ears, and the unicorn is so cute.
Aww.
You like your gifts? I'm so happy. It's so nice to meet you. You're welcome. It's my pleasure. So we're going to head on out, you guys. I'm going to spend some more time with her, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope it inspired you. No matter what you guys are going through, just know that the sun always shines again, and you can be your own unicorn. I love you guys. Bye.
Bye. That is awesome.
Yes.